When you were growing up as a child, were there ever any times where you felt like you weren't able to express yourself the way that you'd like to? Maybe because of cultural reasons, you're not allowed to express yourself in a certain way based on how the culture is that you're coming from originally. Or maybe school. The rules in school don't allow you to say what you want to say, do what you want to. Or parents or any other influences that in a way tamed you from being who you are authentically, from expressing yourself in an authentic way. When you think back, are there any moments that tie back to this? Or is there anything that comes up when you think about this? If there is, just trust that thought. And in this guided visualization, we're going to be looking into that and allowing you to break free and connect with the version of you that is able to express authentically, that is able to move the way that they want to, express how they want to. So before we get into it, let's just feed into our bodies, making sure that we're nice and relaxed, regardless of where you are right now, whether you're seated or lying down. Make sure that you are in a comfortable position. And if you're ready, you can close down your eyes and just connect with your body, your head. A little bit of movement in the head, movement in the shoulders, the arms, hands, fingers, the waist, legs, ankles, feet and toes. Just a bit of movement in the body. And if there's anywhere that you notice, any body part that's a bit tense, just loosen it up. Relax it. And if you're still moving, you can slow down, come to a stop, and relax. To further relax ourselves, we're going to be taking a few deep breaths. We're going to be breathing in through the nose and also releasing from the nose. So deep breath in through the nose, release through the nose. In through the nose. Release through the nose. Last one, in through the nose. Release through the nose. Now that we're feeling nice and relaxed, it's time to begin. A lot of the times what happens is, as a child, certain parts of us are suppressed. And those parts of us do not get to develop because of that. In our body, we can feel restricted because we know that there's a certain part of us that we don't understand, we don't know, we don't have that connection with. And if we did have that connection, we'll be able to communicate a lot better. We'll be able to feel better on a day-to-day basis. Today we're going to begin that journey of reconnecting, begin that journey of finding that voice once again, finding those feelings once again, learning to express in a way that we didn't. So what I'd like for you to do right now is to connect with a time or a memory where it felt like for you weren't able to express in the way that you would like to have. Maybe it's you being told to do something in a certain way by a teacher. Maybe it's you not being allowed to go somewhere by a parent. Whatever sort of moment it is that connects with this feeling of being trapped or being stopped or being held back as a child, connect with that. And what I'd like for you to do is look from the outside in. What is going on in that situation? What can you see? What can you see? And just watch as a spectator. What's happening? How is the child version of you feeling in those moments? And then you see that and understand. Now what I'd like for you to do is look at it in a montage form. There are various scenes, various scenarios where the child version of you felt like they weren't able to express. Maybe based on rejection, based on not being good enough at something, based on being told off for doing something in a certain way. And just look at the various moments that come up for you. Allow it to flow naturally. You don't need to force anything. The thoughts that come up, again, just trust them. And just look at the various scenarios that come up and allow them to be there. Allow yourself to connect with them. Can you feel what your inner child has been feeling? If you can feel it, that means that the feeling is still there. It's been pushed down somewhere. Because that version of you had to deal with it in one way or another, and maybe they did not know how to. But now they're going to reconnect. What I'd like for you to do is connect with that version of you that is a child. At any point that you like, you can choose a memory that comes up and go into that memory and connect from that point. So you're speaking to the child version of yourself. You're seeing them in first person. You're in the space that they were in. You can see it, you can feel how the floor felt. You can smell how the aroma is in the air. You can hear what is in that place. Get connected with the details and engage with them. And you're letting them know that regardless of what has happened, that doesn't have to be the end. Regardless of how they were tamed or they weren't able to express themselves how they wanted to, that doesn't mean that that has to be the way now. Whatever somebody else thought about them, that was an external thought. The question is, what do they think about themselves? How would they like to express themselves? That's the question. And I just want you to engage with them and connect with them and find out more about what they actually like doing and what they would want to do. Find out what they would want to do as a child at that point, and also what they enjoy doing. Now that you've found out a little bit more about what they would want to do, it's time to give them that experience and share that with them. You can take them where they wanted to go. You can allow them the space to express themselves in the way that they wanted to. Maybe they were a second child that didn't get the attention that the first child got. They were a middle child or whatever it is, and they weren't able to go to places that they wanted to go. They weren't able to connect with their parents in the way that they wanted to connect. Whatever it is, allow them to get the feelings that they would have wanted to. Maybe that's by you taking them out and spending time taking them where they wanted to go, and then being in that place with them, being present. Maybe it's you allowing them to hear stuff that they needed about how good they are, how great they are, words of encouragement, and just connect with that. Whatever it is that they needed, you can give that to them right now. You feel the happiness coming through, the connection, the authentic expression is coming back. And you're truly grateful. As they feel it, you feel it too. You feel free, liberated almost. And this feeling is a feeling that you can always connect with. Whatever they feel, you feel. And whatever they heal, you heal also. So once you heal it in them, it's also healed in you. Thank you for joining me for this guided visualization. And remember, you can connect with this visualization whenever you like. It's here for you. Other than that, take care. Until next time, goodbye.